Welcome to Cracklin' Rosie True Crime. On this Timeline podcast, we will cover a supplemental insert that you can find on the arrest slide. Son of Sam Daily News. Sam kept diary of his attacks. He wrote 40 pages on details. Son of Sam kept a detailed diary of his murders, originally published on August 16, 1977. David Berkowitz kept an exacting 40-page handwritten record of his 8 attacks, right down to times, dates, and details of each assault. Police sources disclosed yesterday. This new evidence was disclosed as 3 district attorneys were building a case on the premise that Berkowitz is capable of standing trial. The record, made of loose-leaf filler sheets, was found by police among heaps of pornographic literature and pictures and newspaper clippings in Berkowitz's room at 35 Pine Street, Yonkers. Passages from the notes have been turned over to staffs of the district attorneys of Brooklyn, Queens, and Bronx, who are presenting a coordinated case against the man who has admitted he is the son of Sam. Indeed, sources close to the investigation are reported amazed at Berkowitz's encyclopedic memory for details of the attacks, in which 6 people died and 7 were wounded, his deliberate behavior after each attack. Contrary to early accounts and police theories, Berkowitz did not always seek a speedy getaway. He often lingered in the area after a shooting, usually going to an all-night diner for an early breakfast. Berkowitz also reportedly told his interrogators that several people very definitely saw him after his attacks. He cited one of his alleged assaults in Forest Hills where he bumped into a man as he left the scene. The suspect also is said to have corrected several police accounts of his 13-month onslaught and pointed out mistakes in police tactics. One of those mistakes was the assumption that he would quit the scene by darting down one of the parkways or expressways, a theory given great credence since most of the murder scenes were near expressways. Berkowitz is said to have told investigators that he usually walked several feet after a shooting, then hurried to his car, which was parked nearby, and drove to an eatery. Then, several hours later, he drove away through back streets. But the suspect is said to have told investigators that he did make note of access routes. Maps were found in his battered Ford and did stalk neighborhoods. As for Berkowitz's ability to stand trial, is he sane enough to speak for his actions? A source close to the prosecution in Brooklyn insisted he is competent enough to stand trial. In Queens, District Attorney John Santucci was more pointed. It is our feeling that Mr. Berkowitz has the capacity to assist an attorney in preparing for a trial. The final decision, of course, lays in the hands of the doctors examining him. In the Bronx, District Attorney Mario Marola said, "We intend to present the case to the grand jury on Thursday and ask for 2 separate murder indictments. We believe we will be able to proceed from there to trial." Legal observers note that there is a distinction between sanity and insanity at the time a crime is committed and whether a defendant can stand trial. Among the criteria, does he understand the charges against him and is he capable of pleading? So what of the phantom 40-page diary of Berkowitz's attacks? Does it exist? Was it filed with the DA's office? Has anyone seen it? Hope you found this interesting. Thank you for tuning in to Cracklin' Rosie True Crime.